hostility into civility, and uplift yourself and humanity. Love the ones you just, show them kindness, and love your neighbor as yourself. Hug Joe Biden, show him kindness, love your neighbor as yourself. Hug Joe Biden, show him kindness, love your neighbor as yourself. Hug the ones you just, show them kindness, and love your neighbor as yourself. So this is a little song that I wrote, and it's sort of a short musical poetic commentary on things occurring in the society. So you have a lot of people out there who are politically polarized and express themselves in rather hostile and rather aggressive kinds of ways. So my thought or perspective is that if we want to create the reality that we desire, it's valuable to contribute something that's more positive or constructive, to put more energy into what we desire or wish to promote, rather than putting energy into attacking and demeaning the things or people that we don't like or that we don't support or agree with. And in this song, I've brought in a phrase that's often repeated in our society, since it comes from the Christian Bible, the idea of loving your neighbor as yourself. And the metaphysical context of that actually includes the idea that the Creator or God is one and nothing exists separate from that. So if you go into the biblical writings, it says the Lord thy God is one and there is no other. So everyone and everything exists in some sense as part of that one or oneness. So your neighbor in that context is not separate from you, from yourself. So you would be treating your neighbor with the understanding that you're both part of God and God's creation, and you wouldn't want your neighbor to treat you in some hostile, horrific kind of way. So why would you want to treat your neighbor in that way? Especially if the energy or frequency that you're putting out in some ultimate sense, metaphysically, is being received by you. So when we put out a frequency, we may think it's directed towards someone else, but if on another level we're not separate from that someone else, then within our own being we're also receiving that frequency. It's kind of like a mirror reflecting it back to us. Everyone and everything around us is actually part of this mirroring of consciousness. So with that in our awareness, or being mindful of that, we can consider how we are reacting and responding to things in our personal reality and in the collective reality or society around us. Certainly we have our emotions, our natural human reactions to things, but then as we become more mindful and we practice greater detachment, we could say, or greater attunement to a more expansive perspective, then we can start to transform the way we process our experiences and the way that we process our external environment and respond to it. So that was the inspiration for this short song that I created, to reflect this principle of the law of one, the metaphysical idea that we are all one, and that we can apply that principle to various situations in life. So if we're upset or disturbed by someone or something, we can do our best, in a sense, to shift our energy, to shift our reaction, so that we can help put out something that we would like to have come back to us. So we can radiate, we can emanate an energy that may help shift things in a positive way, that creates a space for transformation of all involved, rather than just fueling more conflict, more polarity, more division, more separation, and so on. Certainly there are times in life where we need to assert ourselves, to stand up for what we believe in, and to protect or defend ourselves from something we perceive as harmful. However, there are times where we can consider how we are reacting to things and consider that there is a response to a person or situation that's actually more productive than reacting in a way that creates conflict, that kind of adds to the aggression or directs a threat toward the other person, making them even less likely to listen to us or consider our concerns or our feelings or perspective. I appreciate each of you for taking your time to tune in and to hear the song and this explanation of what inspired it. I wish each of you a wonderful day. Namaste.